Well, I'm starting on the walls today. In case you haven't noticed, I do tend to overthink things. And it's pretty obvious that I do that. So what I'm going to do now is slap some crap up. This is my first run with these not my first run with these self-drilling screws, but these self-tapping screws. But let's see if I can get this going. Showed the beginning of the process in the small snippet that you saw before I actually skipped to here. I was using these self-tapping screws and I was trying to screw them directly in. It may have eventually worked, but I've decided the best way to do it was to create a pilot hole with a very small bit. I was using a Porter cable when I first started. Had to use a matrix later because the battery is down on this. But that allowed me to get these on very easily. I've only got 2 screws. I can put another screw in the strut or structural component in between here if I need to. The trouble is, I think I might have mentioned on an earlier video that these are this one is not bad, but those others over there are very holy and not in the biblical sense. This is a very old van and things have been mounted here over the years, so there are a lot of holes. So I had to alter the angle of some of these because there was a hole in the way that I couldn't convert and use. One had a smaller hole, perfect, I could use it, and I was able to stay online. So it's not perfectly laid out, but I did it the best I could with what the van supplied. I used these Tex self-tapping screws. I'm sure I didn't show you the whole process. I don't do time-lapse on my videos. I just really don't have an area where I can actually set up anything on a tripod and show you working, because I am doing this in a semi-public area in an apartment complex I'm planning to move out of, so actually I'm building my next apartment. On this side, the holes are not in all of the structural components here, so putting these up will be easy. I can just, get a few of these, or even wider stock that'll probably no thicker, and put them over here. And then I can also put get plywood on this side. I'm thinking either a paneling or plywood. I prefer plywood. I just like it because it just feels more sturdy when you put it up. But it is a bit of a curve here, so I might have to cut the plywood in half to get it in there, so that's something to think about. So it's still a debate, plywood or paneling. 1/4-inch plywood probably over here. Anyway, so that's where I am now. I thought I'd just show this step. I won't show it again until I have this side up and I'm making the decision on the on whether to go plywood or paneling, and then you'll see it go up. So I think with the temperature decreasing, this is the last day of August, it's going into September, so now the temperature is beginning to moderate down, so I can stay out here for a little while and get at least a series of things done and not just run in and out because the sweat is getting in my eyes. Alright, that's all I've got, and I will talk to you later, and I'll see you on the next step of this project, or if I can think of something else you might be interested in me reviewing. And this metal detecting is part of this channel. You haven't seen it in a while, but it's going to come back, and I might be able to get out this weekend. I don't plan to do much structural work. I've got other things to do, so if I'm in an area where there's a park that I might detect, I might be able to do that. No guarantee, but I might give it a shot. Anyway, that's all I've got, and I will talk to you later.